Good evening, MEP here, MEP Investments. Want to wish you a happy new year. I hope you were safe. I hope you're blessed. You have a great new year with your friends and family, whoever you spent it with. May all your dreams come true in 23 in this new year. First video of the year. Everybody's excited. They have their goals in place. Usually everybody starts with health. Because without health, you really can't do much. That's the most important thing. Plus your faith and religion, whatever that may be. Always keep that in the forefront, because not only do you have to work on your physical, but you got to be also working on your spiritual, being, and especially in this environment where there's a lot of news and social media, etc. Life is precious. Last night I went to a friend's house to watch the Buffalo-Cincinnati game. Supposed to be a great one. And Damar Hamilton, a young man, 24 years old, tackles, I think, T. Higgins. Guy went in with his shoulder like into the chest. It looked like a normal tackle, and the guy gets up and he collapses, and it's just something that in all my sports, you're watching sports, it was just crazy. I've never seen something like that in my lifetime. So prayers to Buffalo, prayers to the team, prayers to Damar and his family and his fellow brothers there in Buffalo. Just awkward, weird scenario, crazy. And I got up a couple times last night and looked at the phone to see if there was any update. Just crazy, when you're involved in watching football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is that you like. Just shows you that in a second your life can change. So I'm just wishing everybody a blessed 23. May all your goals come to fruition. If it's in the gym, if it's working on your body, working on your spirit, working on your finances, on your debt, on your employment, getting promoted, in your side hustle, whatever it may be. Good luck to you. And so today, let's get into it. The market, we opened today, and not mistaken, the dollar was higher today. Picked up some steam in the day today. I think we opened at about, I think the low was, let's see here. Let's put today and let's do 30 minutes. So yeah, we were at we opened up at 103.57, and we immediately, now the indexes, they reversed, because they were up this morning, and boom, right at the open, I looked at my phone. I was up big. I was like, "Oh, nice day, bro." And all of a sudden, I looked at the phone. Bam, down. So, the dollar. We had a knee jerk on the dollar, and now the dollar's back 104.50 almost. 10-year yield at 3.76. Foreign currencies are mixed right now. But I would assume during the regular trading session, they were down with the dollar strength. Bitcoin hovering at 16.7. Now, natural gas and oil got slammed today. Oil, I want to say, was down $3. Let's go over here to CNBC. I think they still have the, hopefully they do. I don't know. Sometimes they follow the futures. No, I follow the futures. But I can pull up the chart. No biggie. We were at 81. Boom, down to 76.56. Down about $3, if I'm not mistaken. And now we're at 77. So they picked on natural gas and oil, because natural gas slash NG, the big contract, $4, under $4. So yeah. S&P 3850. Now the S&P finished. Let me see if it shows you here the regular. I think they have the regular trading session here. Down 0.40. Dow Jones was the better of the bunch, down 0.3%, and the Nasdaq down 0.25%, and the small cap was down 0.60%. So no real, no real good power in this market correction. Right now we have the Nikkei down 383, down 147, and we have the ASX up 138 and the Kospi up 1. Let me see if the Shanghai up 0.28%. So S&P we're at 3850. Now gold is showing some powerful moves along with silver. And you know how I feel about precious metals. I think we're going to see higher prices. I think we had some life in the miners today as well. And this might be the year for the precious metals. We shall see. Feeders, you know me, I'm still stacking. I try and stack every time I can, the physical. Rather have it in my hand than this paper stuff, just as some insurance policy. You can also play the GDX or GDXJ, the junior miners. Feeders 182. Hogs were down some to 85 cents, and cattle 157. But meat prices are pretty up there. We talked about the small caps, 1762. Nasdaq 2650 up to almost 11K, trying to recapture 11K. Palladium and platinum. Now, platinum has picked up some steam and almost at 1100. Palladium is well below its old highs. It can easily get to 2K, but that has to do a lot with automotive as well. And palladium, a lot of palladium comes from Russia. Silver over 24 bucks. VIX at 23. The grains, I didn't see too much action in the grains today. I would have to look at the WASD reports and do more research, but they've been trading pretty range bound. And that is the futures. On the stock front, some of my favorite stocks going into 23. I'm really looking for dividends in this environment. I think it's a defensive environment. And some of my favorite picks, I like ABIV. I picked up some ABBV. Really like them, and they pay you 3.65 dividend. Cisco's another one, 3.17 dividend. And obviously you can see I own it because I have a flag on it. Hasbro, I have some Hasbro toys. I picked it up. It pays a dividend of 4.52, and I think the stock's undervalued. I've never seen, in a long time, I've never seen Hasbro at this price range, to be frank with you. We could pull up a 5-day chart. No, I'm sorry, a 5-year chart. And let's go to a month. You know, I really haven't seen them. They hit 41 in 20, maybe that flash crash of COVID. But besides that, I mean, it's been a pretty solid stock. I mean, had a high of 126. We're at 60 bucks. Let's throw a 10-year chart on here if we can. 37 was the low 10 years ago. I don't know. I picked some up. And I get paid to wait, and that's the dividend. You know, I don't think it's in jeopardy. I love Intel with the 5.46 dividend. Huntington Bank 440. Medtronics Medical Play 3.50. Obviously, I own these stocks. You can see here. Mo 8.26% cigarettes. Annaly 16%. USB 430, and Verizon, one of my favorites. And Verizon's dividend, we can go up here if you're interested in getting some income. We have Verizon's dividend. Okay, so today is the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, right? Today's the 3rd, guys? Let's see. Yeah, the 3rd. So it is the 3rd. So you needed to be in Cisco today to get paid the divvy. So I'm in that one. And then Verizon, you got to be in by the 8th to get the 6.51 interest yield. And then AbbVie on the 12th, you have to be in on the day before the 11th, and then Hasbro by the 30th. And those are what I like in this sector, in this stock market environment. These are the ones I like. I do have a put in Pfizer, and it expires before the dividend. So I'll either own stock, or my option will expire worthless. We shall see. I like Tyson Foods as well. They pay a 3% dividend. It says ex-dividend then in February 28th. And that's what I have on the stock front. It's early, but I think it's going to be a defensive year. Got to pay attention to the 10-year yield and the dollar. I beat the indexes today. I was up 0.31 on the day. Not much, but everything else was pretty much down. I was trying to see the watch list here. Go over here to futures. Go back to the futures. So here are the futures. GDX. Let's see what GDX did today. Was up $1 on the miners. Let's see GDXJ up $1.21. Now you can do these two as ETFs. They pay a small yield, I think. This one pays a 0.50. The GDX pays 1.61 dividend. So those are some of the mining stocks. Interest rates. The Fed's saying we're going higher. We're stuck at 3.75. Maybe there's room on the 10-year to run to 4.25. We'll see. I think we have a big on the calendar. I think we have a big jobs report on Friday. We have, we have retail sales, employment situation at 8:30. Let's take a look and see what we got. If we have anything tomorrow. Tomorrow we have ISM Manufacturing Index, JOLTS, how many jobs are opened, FOMC minutes, so that's pretty important. And then on Thursday, see Challenger job report, ADP report, jobless claims, PMI composite final. We have the natural gas. So some of the news starts picking up, and then we get the employment situation on Friday. So interesting stuff. Those are some of my stocks that I like for 2023. Right now, my favorite being Verizon. Verizon is my favorite stock right now. Now, here in this little app here, Stock Guru, you're getting paid about over 6.5% to hold Verizon. This is the 5-year chart on Verizon. Mind you, it's always been over 50. Right now, we're trading at 40, and been as high as 60. And Guru Focus says it's a good value at 57. So we're way underneath that. I think Verizon, it was up today at 1.83 on a down tape. So right now, Verizon Communications is my favorite stock out there, with a dividend of, we can look it up here. Let's see here, Verizon, show details. 6.5%. You get paid on the, if you get paid on the, you got to be in by the 8th, and the pay date, I'd have to look at what the pay date is, but you got to be in by the 8th on the ex-dividend date. They pay it quarterly. So that's my favorite stock. I'll chime in tomorrow and give you my next favorite stock of the year, but I'm going to start with Verizon. The crypto market, not doing much. Global market cap at 844 billion, and Sam the man pleaded not guilty, and not much action in here. Everything's pretty stagnant. I wouldn't touch any of this stuff with a 10-foot pole. That's just my opinion. If you want to get some exposure to this stuff, maybe AMD or through the chips. You gotta have chips to mine these cryptos or transact. I'd rather play it that route. Just a lot of funky business going on. I think there was a headline on CNBC that said, let me see some of the headlines. Apple's down to $1.25. Divi's about 7.70. Apple and Amazon lost $800 billion in 2022. I think they were talking here about Apple hacks price on iPhone battery replacements. Regulators warn banks on crypto risk, including fraud and scams after FTX. So Tesla continues to get destroyed. Tesla's really taking a beating. Actually, you know what we should do? We should go to bar chart. Tesla is taking a beating. One of my buddies asked me today, what do you guys think about Tesla? I'm like, I'd rather be in stuff in this environment that pays you some interest. Tesla down $15 to $108. Now, I was looking at some other ones in the automotive sector. If you want to be, Ford pays you like a 5% dividend. GM pays you, I think GM was low. I think it was like 1 point something. Honda paid like 4% and Toyota pays like 3%. Let me see what GM pays. 1%. Honda pays. This is an ADR, so you gotta pay for ADR. It doesn't have a yield here, but I think it's 4%. And Ford, I want to say Ford is 5%. Ford's pulled back some. 5%, yeah. So Apple down to 125, Amazon 85, Meta had a nice day, 125, Nvidia 143, AMD 65, AMC 393, Softy 240, Alibaba. Now the Chinese stocks have been showing some life. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but Alibaba's been behaving better. At $92, Netflix $295. Bank of America, not a bad one at 33, pays almost 3%. Cisco 47, we talked about that. NEO down 12 cents. Google 89 cents up. AT&T, GameStop, Rivian down $1. PayPal had a nice day today. Walt Disney had a decent day. Boeing's been very strong lately, 195. Blockchain, a Square Block up to 65. ExxonMobil, not a bad day to pick up some ExxonMobil or Chevron. I think Chevron was down pretty big. The whole energy sector got slammed today. Coinbase down to $33. Be careful with that, with those cryptos. I don't know what Grab is, but Grab was up 7%. Citigroup, Southwestern, Uber. I'm looking more for some dividend stuff while I wait, because I don't think this environment is going to be too... The Fed supposedly... Look, Barrick Gold up 65 cents. Nike up. Just to name a few. See Pinduoduo up 80 to 85. Wow, that one's rallied a lot. Wow. China name. You can also play the China name through KWeb. It's, I wonder if they pay dividend in the KWeb. Up $1.60 on the KWeb. This was a $104 ETF. It's starting to show some life. Yield of 139 on the KWeb. It has a big basket of, like, it has Baidu, Baba, Pinduoduo, and a lot of those Chinese names if you want to be diversified in an ETF. Well, anyways, have a great night. Like the channel, subscribe. Have a blessed 23, and I'll see you in the next video. Chime in any comments, or maybe some of the stocks you may like, And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.